What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Kelly Mountain Woodworks. In today's video, we're going to be building a dog toy box. We're going to build it out of 1x6 pine boards, and we're going to cut a saw curve into the bottom around the edge on all four sides of the toy box so that we can use a piece of 1/4-inch birch plywood for the bottom. The whole thing is going to be stained, but we're also going to do some really cool CNC work on the front of the dog toy box. Stay tuned and we're going to get started. Over here at the miter saw station, we're going to start cutting our pine boards down to 18 inches long. We're going to make this dog toy box 18 inches square. We're going to go ahead and do that now. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to set the fence to a 1/2 inch, and this is where we're going to cut the saw curve. We're going to cut it a 1/2 inch from the bottom of each one of our 18-inch boards. And after we get the fence set to a 1/2 inch, we're going to set the blade height to a 1/4 inch. And that's where we're going to cut our saw curve. We'll go ahead and do that now. Now that we have all of our rabbets cut, we're going to go ahead and put 3 of the sides together, and then we're going to cut a piece of 1/4-inch birch plywood that's going to slide into these 3 pieces. We'll get it all glued together and nailed with pin nails, and then we're ready to go ahead and sand and stain that assembly. The front of the box is actually going to go over to the CNC machine and get some decorative things cut into it, and then we'll stain it after that. And then we will put the entire assembly together once we get this CNC cut the way we want it. But right now we're going to just focus on getting these 3 sides put together. Well, this is what it's going to look like when it's completely done. I got the front cut out on the CNC machine. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to round over the front face edges. And I've already done that on the box, but I need to do it on the front. I'm only going to do the front edge. I'm not going to do the back edge. And I think that's going to make it look really sleek and really nice. Once I get that done, I'm ready to sand the front face. And then I've already rounded over the edges on the box and got it all sanded up. And once we get the front rounded over and sanded, I'm ready to go ahead and apply some stain. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Now that the stain is dry, we're ready to go ahead and put our aura mask on the front of this so that we can take it over to the CNC machine and carve our design into the front. Just peel the backing off of the aura mask, place it over the workpiece, and then smooth it out. These rollers, you can get them off Amazon. They work really well for this part. You want the aura mask to stay on really good while it's in the CNC machine. And using these rollers will really help the adhesion. This is my favorite process. Whenever somebody wants something with a dark stain like this and then something carved into it, you go ahead and stain it, put the aura mask on. When the stain is dry, use a roller to make sure that it's stuck on there really good. Put it in the CNC machine, carve your design out. Then before you take the aura mask off, you spray paint the whole thing white. Once the white paint is dry, you pull the Aura mask off and it looks amazing. I highly recommend this process. You can make lots of cool stuff this way. Signs. I do a lot of name signs and other signs where sayings are carved into them, and Aura mask is by far my favorite process. You just have to make sure that you use a roller like this to roll it on to make sure you get a really good adhesion to the wood. Otherwise, it'll kind of peel up depending on what kind of bit you use. A down cut works really good with this Aura mask because an up cut will, the chips as it's pulling it up, will kind of want to pull up the Aura mask in certain places when it gets into like a tight corner or something like that. So always use down cuts. For this particular thing though, we're actually going to V carve it. So now that we've got the Aura mask on here, we're ready to go ahead and take it over to the CNC machine and start cutting our design in. Now that the paint is all dry, it's ready to go ahead and remove the Aura mask. So pretty much all we got left to do is take the Aura mask off of it, and then we're going to put the front of it on the box. And then this little project will be finished at that point.